Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 2, Episode 7 of Tainted Grail. We are playing Fall of Avalon. We just wrapped up day number 7, and we're going to jump into day number 8. We've got Bayor and Maggot in the gameplay. We got our miniatures here. We got a miniature painting video. Our men here, we're going to reduce him by one more. Men here also, you can go check out the painting videos we have for this. His light is starting to go out. He's only got 2 left on his light. We are also playing with the Echoes of the Past. So I think we're going to go into the Echoes of the Past a little bit on this one. Let's just check in how we're doing with Echoes of the Past. We've got the Book of Memories. This is the backstory a bit. It says if we gain Secret 27, go to Bayor's Memory, number 7. So we do have that one. Let's go to Memory number 7 of Bayor, and we'll read that one. It says, there are precious few smiths that know the answer to the riddle of the old steel. The ancient metal was a favorite material of the previous masters of the island. It does not respond to heat. It's unbendable and impossible to shape with hammers and tongs. Yet the Four Dwellers used it to create many wonderful, intricate objects. Your master knew the answer. Old steel became malleable only in response to a certain sound, and even then, shaping it required Four Dweller tools. Ephir once had an ancient hammer with a bone handle that could do the trick, but he lost it playing cards. He could never replace it nor forgive himself. And now a hammer like that is in your hands. If only you had the time, you could learn the songs of the Four Dwellers and use the tool to create many wonderful, awe-inspiring objects. So we've got the Old Steel Smasher. I'm actually going to have to make sure Bayor has that. And we'll keep the other item here with him and the Adventurer's Kit. Going to give him the Masterwork armor as well. And then the Adventurer's Kit can come down to, it'll be Maggot's Power. Let's also go check out Maggot's Power. Maggot has, have a nightmare while dying, go to Maggot's Memory. Visit location 121, visit 133, use a third eye, have 3, this, go to Maggot's Memory 7. Win a diplomatic encounter in the first activation, go to Maggot's Memory. So we have won a diplomatic encounter, and I will read Maggot's Memory number 8. So here we have Maggot's Memory number 8. Let's check that out. Maggot's Memory 8. It says, you leave the encounter with your head spinning. Words have never come easily to you, but they all fall into place when you needed them. You see something of yourself as an apprentice of your opponents as they walk away, confused and subdued. You know that hours later the perfect responses will come to them, and they'll berate themselves for being so dim-witted. It was a wonder how you survived after leaving the Order. Your tired, pallid complexion from troubled dreams and addiction already made people mistrust you. However, having a slow mind and stumbling over your words did little to win them over. Perhaps these long years living as an outcast, shunned and despised by the farmsteads, had their use after all. You tempered your addictions and learned what people respond to. You might inspire their charity. What might distract them or stroke their anger? That was knowledge learned through bloody noses and nights shivering in the rain, through an empty belt and a pierced throat. You learned, or you had died. You seemed that hunger and desperation had had their way of sharpening your wit. Okay, so we're getting a little closer in the Book of Memories. I'll just move these back off to the side. And let's get into the normal Day 8 gameplay. Before we do, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We've got the Katu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, collecting the 6 volumes, like Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, individually available in paperback or in that giant omnibus. If you're a Dune fan, Alchemy and Anthroposophy and the Dune Saga, look into the Jungian Steiner Anthroposophy and influence of Samuel Butler in the Dune Saga of Frank Herbert to get insights into why we think this trilogy or this set of this saga is so great. And then finally, our sister channel, Pontos Fathom Press, we do podcast and book reviews. Some of those podcasts have made their way into lecture series. Go over there if you want to check out some of the topics of these books. You can check out our bookstore to support the channel. You can also check out our Patreon for as little as $1. Join the Pontos Fathom team and keep abreast of Song of Ice and Fire gameplay and miniature painting, our Joan of Arc campaigns, and our batch miniature builds, and also other gameplay. You can check it out. All of our website has all of the game seasons out there. So we've got hundreds of gameplays out there. Go and check them out. all for you to enjoy. So liking and subscribing, leave your comments below, and let's get into day 8 of Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. So we went to the Warriors Fair. I think we're going to now move up to, we will now head our way up to the Four Dweller Mounds. Okay, so this one, Four Dweller Mounds, we spend 1 power to do this, and it also says gain 1 strength, 1 wealth, and roll a die. If the result is 6, read verse 4. So the former master of the island gone, no one is left to guard their burial treasures, hopefully. Okay, so we'll roll the die, and we get a 1, so we don't read verse 4. But we do get to gain, 1 terror, and we get to gain 1 wealth. So let's go with that. So we'll do our exploration. We are in 106 now. So the Four Dwellers. We've heard about these Four Dwellers, but let's see what they're all about. I've noticed some people in the Tainted Grail gameplay, they're talking about spoiler alerts. Obviously, if you guys are watching, you're willing to go through this. There is a lot of material here, by the way. I mean, if you take different paths, we haven't even done all the encounters that are possible. There's a lot of material to check out here, so I'm not so worried about that, but up to you guys. If you have the Winds of Weirdness status, do we have the Winds of Weirdness status? Not yet. Remove this location card from the game and replace it with location 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, read on. The mist-covered mounds resonate with the sound of spades and pickaxes. Once, only insane treasure hunters worked here. But as more and more gold emerged from under the earth, the burial grounds turned into a regular mine. Or at least almost regular. People still disappear or go mad here on occasion. So, chat with the miners, go into the mounds, or leave. Let's chat with the miners. You stop and listen to a miner's tale. They say a young foreman's apprentice once met a pale, sad girl between the mounds, and she ran from him without a single word. Over the following weeks, he kept slipping away from his work to wander between the mounds looking for her. He saw her 2 more times, but never managed to catch on. Finally, one day, he noticed the girl running over to the Four Dweller Mound. He followed her. The place was dark and teeming with strange powers. The apprentice kept pushing onwards, even as voices taunted him and laughed. Finally, after hours of fruitless search, he emerged from the exit, only to discover his body and posture had changed. He was now a young, pale girl. Before she was able to overcome the shock of this discovery, the gruff foreman's apprentice spotted her. Shocked and ashamed, she ran away and wandered from the mounds for days, and she found an open tomb again. This time it was an empty coffin inside. The girl was so tired she lay in it and fell asleep. She woke in a comfortable bed as a 6-year-old boy who shuddered from the intensity of his dream. This dream never left his mind and finally pushed him to leave the village at the age of 15, the sign of a foreman's apprentice in the mounds. The man who tells you the story has sunken, sad eyes full of fear and yearning. You thank him for his time and discreetly move away. If you don't have part 2 of the Burning Mystery status, each party gains 1 experience point. So we gain 1 experience point, and we gain part 2 of the mystery. So we'll gain that, mark that up. And then explorations end. Okay, so at this point, we also have the ability to do a dream. So let's check out the dream here. So we can flip to see Bayar gets the dream, Maggot gets the nightmare. So the dream, there are no dreams in this place. The sleep is cold and the silent as a mountain itself. You wake alone in a dense, the nightmare says, you wake alone in a dense mist that seems to cover the entire world. The sun, moon, and stars are gone, leaving only milky nothingness. You spend hours wandering blindly. There is nothing left. All your world has returned to the void. You wake up with a sharp sting in your heart and a sweaty back. Each character who has this nightmare gains 1 terror. Okay, so this is, he gains a terror. So we're going to rest here. This is the end of our day. We can restore full energy. I'm going to give this food to him so he can reduce this and stare, but Bayor's going to lose 1 health from his wound. And then that will be that. We have the 2 terror here. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this round. We will see you guys in round number 8, and we'll dive into round number 9. Okay, so looking forward to that. See you guys in the next turn. Take care. Bye-bye.